So, because the silos also have the air defense for nuclear missiles, they also have defenses for aircraft. So we can zoom in a little bit, get a better view. And as you can see, once I zoom in, you actually get to see actual places. So you got Berlin, Germany, you got Hamburg, München, Paris, Manchester, Barcelona, Rome. So, of course, all these places that do exist. Surprise, surprise. And you get all the way down here and you see some other spots as well. I think Russia and Asia, of course, are all tied together. And there's no separation there. There's no Eastern Europe and all that. It's just plain Europe, Asia. Australia actually isn't represented on this map, I don't think. I think they're just, they're just blanks, but there's a lot of mods you can download for this game that add, like I just looked at some mods, like one was like space combat, so you got 2 big planets launching nukes at each other, and you also have one that's just straight up, you can be Australia. I think, I thought Australia was in it, but I guess with the map it showed that it wasn't, or something like that. Stuff like that. There's a really good community that's still behind this game. Just because, it's simple, it doesn't cost a lot of money, and, it's just like Tetris, there's an addictiveness to it that people people are attracted to. Pinaj, you've been playing Diablo, what level are you on? Yeah, I killed 1.6 million people. I better speed this up a little bit. So you can see there's a radar around each of these combat ranges. Each fighter has a short-range radar which will uncover enemy buildings if he flies close enough. Turn on your radar view to see your radar coverage. And so I could switch like this. So you can easily see what kind of view you have. I'm on DEFCon 2 already. And you can switch off and on. Scores, you can, if you want to go straight, like you don't want anything on your screen. And people, of course, it's like they're, that's how they tell how many, the people that are around here. As you can see, it kind of goes smaller and smaller. Your fighters have uncovered all the enemy buildings. You may notice the enemy buildings become grayed out once they are no longer within your radar coverage. This is called a radar ghost. You will now use bombers to drop nukes on those enemy targets. Use your air bases to launch bombers at the enemy buildings. So right now I just have to go, launch a couple of bombers. So here we go. I just want me to go straight up here, here, here. Just kind of go back and forth. This is for the tutorial, of course, so it's not like and if I wanted to, I can still, straight up attack some places. The jets, so you can always keep track of your aircraft just by going like this. So you're not always lost when it comes to finding out where your people are at. So you just have to go like that, and there they are. So you get a better view. People, orders. So you see where their attack patterns are, where they're going right now, and then you get the territories. So now, if you need a good idea of what people look like, they also show this at the end of the game. So you get an idea like what kind of state they were in when you lost. And here you go. Show which ones have nukes. So if you needed to quickly get to a state to launch nukes. And it even tells you like attack odds very high. So if you want to be safe, make sure you kill things right away, kind of deal. Bombers can travel a very long distance, but must get close to their target. They only carry a single short-range nuke. Bombers will automatically launch their nuke when within range of their target. So you can even send these fighters to kind of turn around and help out the bombers to protect them from whatever kind of aircraft might be coming after them. A lot of people like to do that. They like to send little convoys of ships with submarines or aircraft with bombers in order to protect them from any sort of offensive that might be launched. So we'll speed this up a little bit. So here are all my fighters, of course. I got a couple more coming down here. And since they only send one, you know, you gotta make a count. You don't want to go rushing in with a single nuke and get yourself killed at the same time. Bombers, usually you want to save them until, you know, you're guaranteed. So there goes the radar, of course. Once a bomber has launched its nuke, it'll automatically return to the nearest airbase to land. After landing, a bomber will be reloaded with a new nuke, although airbases have a limited number of nukes with which to rearm bombers. If you highlight an airbase by hovering the mouse over it, you'll see how many aircraft and nukes are available to you for launch. So you go like this, and you can clearly see I got one more fighter. I've launched all my bombers, so of course I don't have any up for queue. I have 5 more nukes available. So you got to make them all count. The only way to get more nukes is well, you can't really get more nukes. You only have to either have another place that contains them, or, you know, so you don't have an unlimited supply of nukes to just launch at the person over and over again. Of course, the idea is that once you've set things down, it's kind of like a tower defense, but with only one round. So once those things are destroyed, you know, you can't really rebuild them. How's it going?
Do you hear my prophecy?
What?
Dead Souls is coming over here.
Yeah, we talked about that like a week ago.
You didn't tell me.
Many of your mobile forces will consist of ships, which are grouped together in fleets. A fleet consists of up to 6 ships and moves and fights as one cohesive unit. Open the unit patrol and click the fleet button to begin deploying the fleet. So here you go. There's these are all the unit bars. So you just say build a fleet.
Did the games not work?
You don't have a DVD drive.
Oh yeah.
This is the fleet builder. Clicking on the unit buttons will unit buttons. I'm gonna slow this down. We'll add that ship to the fleet. Battleships are effective against a variety of enemy units, but are vulnerable to ships. Carriers act as mobile air bases, allowing you to launch fighters and bombers. They can also depth charge enemy subs. Subs are invisible to conventional radar and carry medium-range nuclear weapons. Build a fleet of 6 ships, 3 battleships, and 3 carriers.
Kept dying in Dark Souls.
That's the idea, I guess. So you got your entire fleet. You know, it's kind of hovered around here. So just to send some sort of naval defense, you just set them in the middle, or wherever you think is important. A lot of people like to put them along the coasts, but they also like to kind of hide their ships right here, so when they do get the chance, they can slowly move it towards the coast and start just bombing the shit out of an enemy right away.
Let's just wait for my strategy.
This is a so I can just keep on adding more and more. And the idea is that, you know, you don't want to be too vulnerable, but you want to protect each other at the same time. Fleets are controlled as a single unit. If you ask them to move, they will move together. If you ask them to attack an enemy fleet, they will do so as a single unit to the best of their ability. Select one of your fleets by left-clicking on any ship on that fleet. Then move the fleet south by right-clicking on their destination. So, of course, you don't have to worry about, you know, moving around and clicking things. You just kind of move down here.
Changed your mind, is it?
What?
About stream.
You didn't change my mind.
You said before you weren't sure.
About what?
What?
What show is gonna what?
I said stream.
Oh, well, yeah. Wow, I just refreshed the chat and I didn't catch any of the stuff you guys were saying. I didn't, like, my first comment is, there we go, devs didn't care about Australia. So I was wondering why there was nothing after Nick said he was going to follow. I was just like, what? Is this all you guys got to say? So you got some people being sent down here to Africa, where, of course, an enemy might be. But this is also a very great strategic location because, of course, you got South America and Africa on both sides, so you got this great blockade from whichever direction they decide to go. Or if you have a friend here, you know, you send in some defensive measures, protect them from whatever might come. Say hi to Nipple Guy. Hi, Nipple Guy. Yeah, I guess so. So they're slowly moving away. I'm going to move them a little bit closer. I see you can kind of see the sort of the line that they are going in, so you can always check out exactly what their destination is supposed to be. And when you roll over these units, as you can see, it says high-powered gunboat with strong, fast-firing weapons, effective against multiple targets, but vulnerable to subs and bombers. So if someone wanted to get rid of these people quickly, you get an idea of like what I should be protecting myself against. And as you can see, there's a high-powered gunboat. Oops, size. And one says can launch fighters and bombers. This is the aircraft unit. The carrier can drop depth charges against subs, but cannot directly defend itself. So it doesn't have an anti-unit. So here we go. Like waste. I didn't catch that last one, but it basically was saying that they'll automatically send things to attack the enemy subs to protect yourself from whatever might be showing up. So you know, if they get too close, I think they automatically attack. So you don't have to worry. It's anti-defensive measures. So sometimes you need to make sure that you've selected them. You got to keep an open eye all over the map, otherwise, you know, you might be caught up in a nasty war you're just not paying attention to. So far, we've been operating out of Europe, the Soviet Union is the enemy. However, this will not always be the case. In this mission, your territory is North America, and the enemy is South Asia. Highlight the territory button to see who controls which parts of the map. So here you go. In this case, the Pacific Ocean is a crucial battleground. The enemy has positioned a number of nuclear submarines up the west coast of America. From there, they are able to nuke many of our major cities. The best weapon against enemy subs is the carrier. It can use sonar to locate subs underwater and can drop depth charges to sink them. Deploy a fleet of carriers off your west coast. Okay, so the South Asia is actually separate from Russia. That's basically what it means. And so you get down here, you build some units. So say I want to I send a bunch of carriers, as it shows, because they will be the best workaround. We are also going to use our own subs to obliterate the east coast of China in retaliation. Create a fleet of subs and place them as near to eastern China as you can. The idea is, of course, is that if you don't have something with sonar, you're basically, you know, you can't see those damn subs. They're hidden. Subs carry a large supply of medium-range nukes. So yeah, that's like the best way to get up in the face of your enemy without having to worry about, you know, getting attacked. Crucially, subs do not appear on enemy radar until they surface, which makes them invisible and immune to standard weapons fire. Move up your subs as near the enemy coastline as you can, and let's rack up some mega deaths.
Very good.
There are 2 fleets of enemy subs hidden off the west coast of America. Switch some of your carriers to anti-submarine mode and blow the enemy subs out of the water with depth charges. So here you go. But you got the cool-off period of 240 seconds. And they will blow them up with depth charges. Your carriers have unlimited depth charges. Accelerate time if you need to. So let's speed this up a little bit. Oh. Getting back here. So here we get the depth charges. Okay, so I've already taken out that group, and I still got these subs coming over here. And these guys have active sonar, of course, so if you need to have like a much more prepared defense position. Right now we are moving to protect our coastline. So you basically, either you have a ton of these different ships, or you need to be moving back and forth on a constant basis. Otherwise, you know, you're going to be annihilated. Because, I mean, a lot of people like to build their nukes like right around here so they can have a better direction. But, honest to God, I think most of the damage comes around here. Because people tend to not protect their west coast. At least if they're in America. Oops. There I go, I've taken them out. You'll see this that people say like a nuke launch, so you got to be very careful. So you got to switch over to MRBM launch. So you got to like launch that, launch that, launch that. And once again, the idea is that you don't have them all launching nukes at the same time, because there is that cooldown period from switching to different modes. So like half of them typically. Even though we have no radar coverage of the area, we can still see the enemy silos. This is because silos give away their location to everyone when they launch their nukes, thank God. Silos in launch mode are unable to defend themselves, so this is the perfect opportunity to strike. Once the silos are destroyed, they will be defenseless, so target their cities in retaliation and do some real damage. Once again, it's 3 direct strikes in order to destroy each silo. This is my final mission. This is your final training mission. You'll need to apply everything you've learned in a real battle against an AI opponent. In order to win, you'll need to score more points than the enemy by nuking their cities. You will score 2 points for every enemy kill, but you will lose 1 point for every one of your civilians that dies. In this game, you are North America and the enemy is South Asia. Okay, so we've already learned. So I need to build here. Here. I kind of want to be a little bit spread out. Build some silos. As you can see, like around the middle is the perfect place.
That game's really scary.
Yeah, it is. So air bases. Kind of want to, yeah. Once again, because you're using aircraft, you want to make sure that you have them as close as possible, because you got to get them out there as quickly as you can. If you see something coming. Because otherwise you're in deep trouble, so you need to make sure that they're as close to the enemy as you can. And then fleets, of course, since we had trouble last time, you want to build some some carriers, but also some subs. Oops, no, you know what I'm doing. Actually, I wonder if I can back that out too. Oh. So we got that. Actually, that's a good idea because you have them protecting the subs at the same time. So, okay, we got another fleet. I'll launch. Let's see, what did I have? I had 2 fighters and 4 subs, so 2 carriers. So we'll send a fleet of battleships. And finally, we'll send a few subs. A couple carriers. Send both these suckers. Send this out here, but we'll have this one kind of patrol. We'll get this guy's against the coast. And you can't, of course, it needs to be DEFCon 1 before you can launch any nukes, so you gotta leave them alone. But on the other hand, you do need to scout, so their best idea is to, well, yeah, it looks like I have to get to DEFCon 3 before you can launch scouts. So we'll speed this up a little bit. You see, we got some people already coming, so... But I can't do anything until DEFCon 3. I can't launch anybody. So right now, oops. Oh my gosh, I think I just closed that shit. There we go. That scared the shit out of me. Speed that up a little bit. They can't attack me, and I can't attack them until DEFCon 3, so you don't have to worry about, like, ambushes. Before you're prepared. So gonna get a little bit faster. Then here we go. So, okay. Gotta get on that shit as soon as you can. Because they're attacking you. They're attacking it, so get that. They got one of my ships. But we got 2 different fleets, so we should be alright. We got another one coming up here. At the same time, since these guys are just hanging out over here, get them going. And since I'm already over near DEFCon 1, you don't have access to units anymore, so once you build it, that's it. At the same time, I need to be going, because otherwise I won't be able to mount that offensive as soon as I want, so I gotta get these guys hurrying. those ships will defend themselves at the same time, so you can keep them on a good track while, you know, escaping. Now we got DEFCon 1, so I gotta hurry and get over here. Get to, some bombing runs. Hopefully they don't have too much in the way of defense. So I'll use that one dedicated to just straight up launch as big an offensive as I possibly can. Because they won't be able to defend against all your nukes. But, you know, the idea is that you kind of lay it on them as much as you can. With, once again, like a little bit over half. Sometimes people like to go like just a few at a time. I like to be as, you know, hit as hard as possible, basically. And then again, I got these guys. So I got air defense mode, but so you need to have some people in air defense mode to protect against it. The idea is that you gotta protect against these little bastards. Get a little bit closer because I need to make sure that there's no anti-aircraft or silos or anything like that. That it might block my run. As it stands, I don't think I have a lot to worry about. Very small amount of protection though, so. But since I'm here, and I gotta get within range, and here come my nukes. And they'll basically sit there. Tokyo hit 7 million dead, Busan hit 1.4 million. Oh boy. So I gotta get... So they're blocking... Now they're trying to stop me, so I got these silos in air defense mode. So they'll take out my radars, which happens all the time, but, you know, at least you have protection against the damage done to the silos. That's really what's important to you. And once again, it takes 3 hits to kill those silos. So even if you take 1 hit, you know, it's not the end of the world. Once again, they kind of give themselves away. So we got these. Shit, man, those are pretty much gone. Those are gone. But since they have a much longer route to travel, I can quickly get this in the bomb mode. get over here and start just laying waste. Since these things are empty, they're pretty much just meant for protection. Oh, and there goes New York. 10.4 million people dead. There goes San Francisco. So they've already lost all of their nukes at this point. Anything left is in the air for them. We got all these bombers coming out. I can't launch any farther than that, so... launch myself some nukes. Basically, scatter shots. That's what you gotta do. And get these guys. Although I'm probably good at this point, but I'll go ahead and get these guys way over here. I got nothing protecting them right now. Well, they got nothing protecting themselves, I should say. Hong Kong, 4.3 million dead. Her base destroyed, so thank God that's out of the way. Although that wasn't really much of a threat as it were. By now, they can only like lay back and take the punishment. Control machine hit. They're going back to base. So do I have any more? I don't think so. Oh, here we go. Alright, so of course I can just, you know, for kicks, just take out the Take out these bastards. I got 15 viewers. Man, I can only see like 4. I hope they're enjoying this scary ass shit here. So, global thermonuclear war. Just imagine in this game, playing on teams and having an entire world map with people launching nukes left and right. This is just one-on-one. So, even if this gets kind of hectic, just imagine having, you know, 4 different people launching nukes at your face. It's all about how you set up things in the first place. Just like a tower defense game, it's all about how you set it up in the first place. That can stop whatever may happen in the future. Because once you get past DEFCon 4, you cannot move any more units. So you gotta make sure you get them all out, but also in a good way. So I can kind of draw, like, attack here, but defend that area, kind of thing. So you can, this is amongst team members, they can draw all on the map. Because, of course, this is all taking place on a computer screen. So here's the victory timer. So they have 44 seconds, basically. And this is basically, if they can mount a defensive, of course this is the tutorial, so they can't really do that right now, but if they had the resources and they managed to bomb the other guys within that time frame to get a good, just enough to like outscore the other guy, because this is all score based. If you can outscore the other guy in that time frame, then, you know, they win. So this is kind of like a frenzy. But at this point in time, I've killed pretty much everyone in Southeast Asia. And you can hear the explosions too. Here goes Bombay. If I wanted to just, you know, kind of screw around, you know, just do this. It is great. I love this music. It's very, very haunting, though, of course. Because you think about what you're doing here. You're killing all these people in this, what could possibly happen in the future, you know? There's hundreds of thousands of nuclear weapons out there that... These are ICBMs, which are very plentiful in the world. So this is the kind of damage they can do if they get close enough. And there I go. I won. So I killed 67.7 million people compared to the enemy's 24.6 million people. I lost, and that's it basically goes back and forth. Like 24.7 million people of mine are dead, 69 million of his are dead. I got different collateral. I have 75 million survivals compared to his 31 million. I launched 25 nukes, and he got none of his nukes off, pretty much. My score is 110 versus his negative 22 because, you know, it was just I just whipped his ass. That's basically how it came down. And, you know, here you can kind of like look around if you wanted to see what the scores are. You know, there they are. You can keep track, of course, of the score in the entire time. It even says enemy CPU has left. So, you know, this is like this can go as long as you want, but then, you know, after the person gives up, I forget if it renders to a CPU character or, you know, it's just that's it. Here's the radars, but then here's the people, so you can clearly see how much this has changed. His is, you know, he's got a radar over here. I don't know what he was expecting, and he's got more air bases and whatnot, but you can kind of see like where they are at right now. Here's their orders, my territories, the nukes. This is where I got nukes if I needed to launch them. What units still have them? You know, once again, the whiteboard. And if you wanted to just go ahead, you know, just kind of take a look at everything. You can take screenshots and whatnot. I've taken screenshots of this game plenty of times. Silly bastard. I'm trying to remember if... You can actually, oh, it looks like you can download the DEFCon soundtrack on iTunes right now. They released it officially. I don't know how much it is, though. I only assume it's probably pretty cheap, but there's places... I think even Groove Shark had the soundtrack on there. I'll be right back. So that's DEFCon. It's only $10 on Steam. Pretty cheap if you ask me, for what amount of content is here. You know, it seems, like I said, it's simple, but oh god, there's so much to do. So I think if I hit escape, yeah, there we go. Can leave. Can either join game. So you got all these different people playing right now. So 31 servers right now. So you can always find people playing this game. You know, it's not as, of course, as busy as it was. How many Kurudos? Oh yeah. By the way, here's, you can download more mods straight away or apply them in game. I would give this like an 8 or a 9. I don't know. Because I said it's simple, but it's, you know, masterfully created here. Oh, and there's different simulations you can do too. Falcon's Maze, Blackjack, Gin Rummy. What the hell that's going on? I think this is just a here's, like, look at the name of the website, www.everybody-dies.com. And that's the thing, nobody wins in thermonuclear war. Everyone loses. I wonder what this rolling demo is. I don't think they had this before when I was looking. So if you just want to kind of sit back and watch people go freaking nuts, placing all their troops. Kind of see how things go. Some people just like to sit back and watch how these computers do it, so they get a good idea of what they should be doing. So you got like a fight raging right here. And they're moving into place, of course. They don't have to. Once they see DEFCon 3, now they can start fighting. It's all about getting into place, and then you can fight. And it seems like the United States is very much outclassed here because they don't have as many ships as either side, and it looks like their carriers are taking a little bit of time to get out here. But as you can see, look, Africa's already defeated the all of them inside the Atlantic Ocean. So they're doing slightly better in the Pacific, though. As you can see, they kind of ignored these battleships up here. They're going straight for the center, while these are just straight up, you know. So this might be a good idea if you just want to avoid any kind of battle. Just stay to the north. So here comes DEFCon 1, which the nukes will be sent out. And they got fighters. They already spotted them because the radar is right here. So I've spotted them, and so they'll send out their nukes. And as you can clearly see, once a silo sends a nuke, it shows up on the map regardless of whether you have radar nearby or not. Here come all the, and it'll tell you, of course, at the bottom, as you can clearly see, when that person has sent nukes. So you know you're prepared for whatever direction those nukes may be coming from. And look at all that. The United States is being obliterated. But it's not over yet. You can see all these streaks that Africa is pretty much sending out pretty much all their nukes, it looks like, to Southeast Asia. Which would be, you know, makes common sense. You don't want to send something so damn far that you just can't reach it in time. You got to make sure you take out the closest person, and then, you know, move farther and farther away. Because you can take out those nukes that are being sent from across the ocean a lot quicker. You just have to send a bunch of fighters. You can get rid of those nukes. This is what I imagined World War III was going to look like. It's going to be United States versus Southeast Asia. You're going to have, like, here's North Korea, you know, just right up here. And just there goes Seoul. Seoul's completely gone now. United States looks like pretty much all their towns are gone. I don't know. Oklahoma City is gone. San Antonio is gone. pretty much gone. It looks like Southeast Asia got obliterated too. It looks like Africa might be winning pretty handily on this one. Because the United States, of course, they didn't launch any nukes against Africa. So now it's just like Africa and the United States versus Asia. I wouldn't want to be on my side either. So look at the score, 159. So unless Southeast Asia can mount some sort of defensive and completely destroy anything else in its way, it's not going to win. The United States has lost pretty clearly here. They're way outclassed. The placement of the units was pretty much against them from the very beginning. So they clearly didn't have a chance. So if Africa and Southeast Asia decided to team up, I would imagine that Europe would be on our side, because there's no Europe in this game. So I'd assume that there'd be way more nukes going towards Africa. It's not too hard to imagine, because this is, of course, there's the Middle East right there. So if they send it something like right around here, sending nukes, Russia sending nukes, United States, I would assume, though, because it's the United States, we'd have a much better naval military. I mean, just it wouldn't be as shitty as a few different ships, but it looks like they still got some people going. So if, at the worst, as you can see, we kind of pulled up from the ashes, but it's useless. We lost all of our big town centers, all of our cities, our major cities. Again, some good hits in just to protect themselves. Damn, if they weren't annihilated completely. Finish him. And it can be kind of scary to get into this game, because if you don't know what you're doing, you might be destroyed. But some people can be random and get, have the best luck. You just gotta have fast reflexes. So yeah, it looks like it wasn't like Africa came away completely unscathed. It's just the fact that they got more kills. That's really what it came down to, is that they got more kills. If it was the fact it was about defense, it wouldn't be as much a gap. So we can. Maybe we can see a real game going on here. Looks like some people actually have. You can have, as you can see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can have 6. I think 6 is the most you can have. 6 people. So. We can join this and just kind of watch. Yeah, you can spectate other people's games. Oh, looks like they had bad connection problems, so... Oh, it's a spectator, never mind. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you can actually switch sides, like in any kind of war. You might, just like World War II. You can switch you can switch sides in the middle of a game, and just go after the other guy. Because you can make custom modes. You can turn on and off the idea of having to switch sides, just like in Age of Empires or something like that. Some people hate that shit for good reason. This is taking some time to launch, though. Looks like they're in DEFCon 1, obviously, but they're only about 32 minutes in, so maybe... Come on, get there. They have one computer playing. Yeah, and you can, as you can see in the chat too, I don't know if you can read it, you can decide what other people can see or not see. So you can turn off the radars from your own teammates so they can't see what you're looking at, which is, you know, I don't know why you would do such a thing, but clearly the United States did in this game. Taking its time. Usually it doesn't take this long to connect to a game, but I guess a lot of shit is happening at this time, so it's got to update itself. Yeah, looks like someone rage quitted before they could lose, which happens pretty damn often, as you can imagine. Oh, you're right there. Oh gosh. No, it's synchronized. Alright, this looks like a much faster. I don't remember it doing this last time. They should have just had that showed up before we even tried this. Oh no! Figures. Let's try to open that again. What the hell is that about? Just my luck. I don't know what exactly caused that to slow down to a standstill, but I guess it didn't like the fact that probably a lot of shit was happening at that time, and you know. So much for your computer, Adam. Yeah, it did. It trolled me. But you know, we'll try again. But this time, the different server. Is that good? Yeah, it's good. Okay. Let's try this again. That game was nearing its end anyway, so wait, maybe I can still join it. Oh, it even says that I've connected to it recently. That's kind of weird. So it's sending the same text that it sent before. Looks like they're on DEFCon 4, so it looks like they're just cycling games here. So that's pretty good. Because last time we were here, they were on DEFCon 1, and some people had already lost. But unless maybe it's just trying to get up to the point where the game's at. That might be the problem. I don't know if you guys want to see this though. Let me try a different one. That's taking too long. I think I need to find a little more manageable. Let's see this one. It's taking even longer. Oh well. Okay, so as you can see, you can make a new game, but you can have other people kind of join with different teams, and all that stuff. You can add AI players. You can set the name of the server. Set the game mode so it can be office mode, you know, kind of like laid back. Speed DEFCon, where everything, you know, going as fast as damn possible. Diplomacy, which means that you can switch between. I think it's like you have to bargain to get on each other's teams. Big world, tournament, or custom. So if I want to go custom, survivor, whoever has the most people at the end of the game, or genocide, whoever has killed the most people. It could be either way. And go to advanced options, so you can advertise the internet. If you're enabled, your game will be advertised on the meta server, and other internet players will be able to join your game. So of course, if you want to see on the master server list, advertise on LAN, you'll be visible to other people on the same local area network. So this is great for, like, you know, cyber cafes and whatnot. Territories per team, so you can have more than just North America, you can have South America as well, that kind of thing. Cities, so you can crank up as many cities as you want. And these are all generated. You can have up to 50 your own cities, or you can have as many as, you know, a couple. That way, it also helps choose the length of it. Population, number of people in millions in each territory. You can crank this sucker up and have up to 200 million. City populations could be equalized or random, like how many people are within a certain amount of city. It's like the size. Random, you'll be randomly assigned to different places around the town. This is useful for solving arguments over who gets to be Europe. Clearly it's a European developer. And here you go, permit detection. So you can decide whether the people get a chance to choose whether they can switch alliances in the middle of the game or not. So say if Italy decided, hey, we got rid of Mussolini, we want to join you guys again. Or just, you know, say, fuck them. Radar sharing, controls when players can share their radar with other players. Always off radar sharing is not permitted. Alliance allies automatically share radar, which is the default. Selective, each player can choose to share radar with any other player. So if you want your enemy to see your radar, you know, just to maybe walk them through how to best go through a match without having a spectator or something like that, you know, just go at their own pace. Or always on, everybody can see everyone's map, you know, all radars. Game speed, you can set what the default speed is, but then I think, and that's like slowest requested uses the slowest speed selected by any player, you know. I think that's the same thing. Victory trigger determines when the victory timer starts. The value represents the percentage that the total number of nukes in the world must drop below for the victory timer to start. Victory timer has started. There will be this many game minutes before the game ends completely. Max game real time, the maximum real world time for the game in minutes. So, you know, it's 0 is unlimited real world time. So if you say, okay guys, I only got like 30 minutes to play, just, you know, just throw that up there, and then you have to get everything done in that specific amount of time. Variable unit counts enables credit mode. Each player gets a number of credits to spend on the units and may customize their forces as they like. World scale, experimental. This variable effectively makes the world larger, and hence the game lasts longer. At 100, the world scale is normal. At the highest value, 200, each team has twice as many units, but each unit is half the radar range and half the combat range. It requires a powerful CPU. Max spectators, so of course if you want to have 100 people watching your match at one time, I don't think anybody has 100 people watching one game at any time anymore. You can have them, spectators, talk to you as well, or, you know, have private if you don't want it to be ruin the game. Team switching, if enabled, players will be able to change teams during the game using the number keys. Not recommended for serious games. And then of course you can set a password. Then, you know, internet identity, so you got the IP addresses if they need to join your server, you know, and all that. And of course there's mods. So say, I want to click here to download more mods. So you gotta go up here. Let's open this up. So you can find new mods in the, of course, the mod forums or the unofficial mod list. I don't think this works. Yeah, it's a broken link. But here's some ideas. Australia. So Australia isn't a selectable option in the game, so this adds it as one of the places you can choose. SatCon, so instead of all blue, you can see a satellite image. Space, so you got two big planets fighting each other. And you have UK as a giant map, so you can launch nukes against like Scotland and Ireland, and, you know, the UK and, you know, each other. So I want to see the UK just blow each other up. It's awesome. You know, there's a demo, so if you guys don't feel like you want to spend $10 right now, you can just download the demo and try it for yourself. The game itself is only like 64 megabytes, so it's a very small game. You know, not really. It looks like the full game client and the fully playable demo. So 59 megabytes. You download the entire game. So if you decide later you want to just, you know, pick it up outright from Steam, you know, whenever you want. And the demo, you can actually, as you can see, you can play multiplayer over LAN and internet and the demo, which has always been that case even back when the game first came out. So you simply enter your purchase authentication key into the demo client and it will automatically upgrade. No further download is required. So very simple. If you want to see some other games by these, I think these guys just put out a new game recently. Yeah, Subversion is actually a new game coming out. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys ever seen like Darwinia and Uplink and stuff like that. These are the guys who made that game. Actually looks pretty cool. I wonder what this game's about. Oh. Wrestling Spirit 2? Do you have that game? Hazul. Oh. I'll give it a try. So hope you guys like that game. It's really cheap for what it is, and you know, you can always play amongst friends and stuff like that. Oh god, this looks so stupid. Alright, I'll try it. Let me fix this screen real quick. Not that this really fits my theme for the chat, but at this time it's probably not a big deal. There's blood on there, maybe that can be it. Well, it's like there's not there wasn't much left to do. Oh man. As soon as I change over it like messes up the window. That's stupid. It should stay in one place. Sports entertainment. Let's go. Let's go to the north. Abdul the Butcher, DEFCon. Who the hell are these people? Oh, it's straight up. There's some Hulk Hogan, classic. Babyface. His move set should be either Hulkamania or Thunder Lips. I'll just choose Hulkamania. And for this guy, he'll be straight up make this classic. Let's make him Andre. Andre the Giant. Look at that hair. And he's a heel. Andre the Giant villain. There we go. I don't know what the Martinets are. Top rope moves are illegal. Thunderlip sounds like a porn name, to be perfectly honest. Oh gosh. Get rid of this. Stoppages for blood loss are enforced. American style crowd. Referee bumps are allowed. Yeah, I want to bump the referee. What? Really? Is it? It's like this? It's straight up like a role-playing game? Irish whip. Let's just start that off. Hulk Hogan whips Andre the Giant into the ropes. Let's do the knife edge chop. Hulk Hogan hits the knife edge chop. A very basic strike. This causing a sharp pain. Andre the Giant took the blow but just shrugs it off and goes on the attack. Just like Andre would, honestly. Counter that with a body slam. The giant forearm blow was countered into a body slam. I just straight up did WrestleMania 3 right there. That's all that was. Death of the Territories. That's not me. That's not Andre, so whatever. Now I gotta do a leg. So I'll do a big elbow drop. Hulk Hogan hit the big elbow drop. I'm kicking his fucking ass. I'm gonna pick him up. Hulk Hogan picks up Andre the Giant. Let's do a snapmare takedown. Hulk Hogan hit the snapmare takedown. This is thrilling stuff. I'm gonna climb. Oh wait, maybe should I? A rear chin lock. That's classic right there. He almost looks like Hulk Hogan. He applied the rear chin lock. Now I'm gonna climb the turnbuckle. Hulk Hogan climbs the turnbuckles. Hulk Hogan recovers and stands up. I'm gonna do the flying double axe handle. Do it. Hulk Hogan hit the flying double axe handle. This guy, I got no mercy against this fool. Just straight up leave the ring. Right. If I did the hammer, oh, I guess he's still standing up. I'm going to use the front head chancery. Hulk Hogan applied the front face lock. I was just trying to imagine Hulk Hogan doing these moves to Andre the Giant. Doesn't seem proper. And so, throw him in the corner. Andre the Giant counters by reversing on Hulk Hogan. Straight up brace him. Hulk Hogan hit Andre the Giant hit the turnbuckle smash. So he smashed my skull into the corner. Fight back. Andre the Giant picks up Hulk Hogan from behind. Avoid. Andre the Giant hit the giant forearm blow. Why would he need to do that if he picked me up from behind? Block it. Andre the Giant applied the rear chin lock. Avoid. Andre the Giant hit the giant stomp. Avoid. Hulk Hogan moved and the seated hammer missed. Thank God. Jesus Christ. Headbutt. No effect. The headbutt had no effect on Andre the Giant, whose head is just too hard, and it was Hulk Hogan who seemed to come off worse. Knife edge chop. Andre grabs Hogan by the side of the head and delivers a brutal headbutt. That sounds like Andre. Avoid. Hulk Hogan moved and the grounded double axe handle missed. Let's see. Side headlock punch to face. The side headlock punch to face didn't seem to hurt Andre the Giant, whose head is just too hard. It keeps telling me this shit. I should just avoid those moves. Tights pull with full. A very basic blow. The attacker grabs the victim's thighs and violently pulls him backward. Hulk Hogan tugs in the tights of Andre and rams a forearm into Andre's back. I might be a little bit outclassed here, but who knows? How come I got... Man, look at my energy and my momentum. It's a lot lower. It's crazy because I've been like kicking the shit out of him for a while, but it didn't seem to be doing anything. Irish whip him. On the Giant counters by reversing on Hulk Hogan. Russian Impo takes him by surprise and gives you the advantage. Of the running body smash, a big guy move, the attacker runs forward and simply steamrolls the victim to the mat. Yeah, I don't think I can do that on Andre. I can't just run him over. Rush. Hulk Hogan rushed the Giant big boot. It's like I ran into it, like, oh, I'm going to do a Charlie Brown thing. Drop toe hold. Hulk Hogan executes a very nice drop toe hold on Andre. A very nice one. It was well done. Grounded arm bar. Arm bar! Hulk Hogan applied the grounded arm bar. Let's see here. I'm going to do a leg drop to arm. Hulk Hogan hit the leg drop to arm. It looks like I'm doing it to his neck, but, you know, whatever. Let's see what I should do. Repeated big elbow drops. Hogan drives away with those big elbow drops. Repeated big elbow drops, a favorite move of Steve Dr. Death Williams and Stan Hansen. The attacker repeatedly falls from a standing position, driving his elbow into the opponent's chest 3 times. He fought back from my trying to pick him up. Just do a big roundhouse punch there. Andre grabs Hogan by the side of the head and wow, a series of headbutts. Now my head is red. Hulk Hogan is being pinned. Begins the count. 46% chance of being pinned. 1, 2. Kick out just after 2. Let's do an eye rake. That seems like a good way to get rid of him. Stalemate. A stalemate happens as neither competitor can take the advantage. Another eye rake. Over the top, rope toss was countered into an eye rake. That's how you get rid of the guy. The referee warns that was illegal. Yeah, you know. How the hell else are you going to be taking care of this guy? Let's incite the crowd. The fans are really starting to get riled up, Jess. Whoever Jess is. Gonna Hulk up, man! Hulk up! And just look at Hogan wail away on Andre with the flare punches. Or it's this guy trying to beat a Vader. Whichever you want. How is that illegal? I guess if I get one more, he's gonna like kick me out of here. Short arm clothesline. Hulk Hogan hits the short arm clothesline. This is thrilling stuff. Let's climb the turnbuckles. Which I was able to do. What? I can either wait for him to stand or I can climb down. Like, I give up. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on him for it to stand. Let's do a second rope punch to the head. Hulk Hogan hits the second rope punch to the head. I gotta flex my muscles and point at them. Hulk Hogan used the power taunt. I got a very high amount of momentum here. Can I... Oh, I wish I could just use my finger wag of doom. The attacker is taken all he can stand and breaks out the finger wag of doom to inform their opponent of coming misfortune. Yeah, why not? The finger wag of doom was countered into a verbal abuse. For that, big roundhouse punch. Oh man, he did another series of headbutts on me. I'm being pinned again. 46% chance. 1, 2. Kick out just after 2. Eye rake that bitch. Giant bear hug was countered into a eye rake. You can imagine that going on. I keep doing illegal shit. Gonna kick him in the gut. Hit the kick to the gut. Let's do a madman clothesline. The madman clothesline missed. Kick him in the gut. And I got body slammed. 50% chance. Kick out just after 2. Slip out back. Slipped out the back of the giant inverted pile driver. Under the Hulk Zagiri. Amazing move of Hogan in Japan after putting one foot in the midsection, either via kicked or being caught by the opponent's hands. I guess they can't call it the Enzigiri, they gotta call it the Hulkaziri. Hulkazigiri. Andre Giant took a wicked shot there. That's what we got here. Rear seated punch flurry. And he slips out of it. Punch him. The giant press slam was countered into a punch. The giant killer body slam. There we go. A favorite move of muscled men or those having great strength. The attacker lifts the opponent into the air, turns him upside down, and throws him back first into the mat. Basically a regular body slam, but one done with mega force. If you want to call it that. Oh, and I got countered into a giant overhead chop. Finger wag of doom. Andre the Giant hit the giant swing. Kick out. There we go. Eye rake. Apply the bear hug. Oh my gosh. 82% chance of submitting. It seems to be locked in. Will this be it? It's still locked in. The referee has called for the bell. I got defeated by a fucking bear hug, which seems, once again, typical with Andre. And they got a C rating. Well, that was exciting. Alright. Well, I think I'm done here. That was some weird ass shit. Anyway, I think, yeah, I'm gonna call it a cast. So, yeah. Just another reminder, guys. This Saturday I got a marathon coming up. I'll be playing Silent Hill 3, Batman Arkham Asylum, and System Shock 2. So if you guys are interested in any of those games, please show up. It starts at 8 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time this Saturday, and it runs for 24 hours, so you get to see me completely die in front of camera from exhaustion. I can't do this for like 6 hours, so we'll see how 24 hours goes. It's for the Extra Life charity event, and you know, if you want to show up, I'd really appreciate it. Follow if you guys liked what you saw, and donate. I have a chip in down there, so if you want to donate anything, I'd appreciate that too. But you know, as long as you guys are enjoying the channel, that's all that really matters. If you guys have any comments, send me a message and I'll get back to you. For now, you did, Reese. Thank you very much for attending it. I appreciate it. I really do. I only got like a couple people last night, so this is a big turnaround from that. So everyone have a great night, or you know, whatever time it may be over there. Some people on the Pacific Coast, it's just, you know, it's just starting for them. So yeah, take care, everybody.